guys, I'm Sync.
And I'm Echo.
And we're back once again playing Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. In the last episode, well, we talked to Atme.
He had a large, smooth thing in his bag that may or may not be the urn.
And he also talked about a prosecutor that we'd be facing in court.
Godot.
So.
Cyclops. That's what I called him.
Yeah.
I never knew his name. I always been like,
Cyclops. So in this episode, we are going to be starting our first day in trial.
Alright, let's do this. Hey, Nick!
What is it? Is something wrong?
Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy! Oh, look at this! I bought this mask publicity photo! Let me see.
You brought what? Where?
From the little tents in front of the courthouse! They have all sorts of things for sale! You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff.
Yes.
Yes. She stole a poster from
the
Big Berry Circus.
Mask the mask. Publicity photo. Stuck into court record.
Stuck. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Who's screaming like that? Hang on.
I wonder who it is.
This has to be here for a reason, so
yeah.
I just want to study this.
We'll take a look at it for a bit, yeah.
And then we're going to see what happened in court. Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it.
Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you.
Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! Okay, this just screams like he's trying to take the fall. He's at it again. I sent the card to the loading table. I admit it.
But you don't have the sacred urn, right?
Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime.
Normally, when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic. But you, yikes.
Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict. Please? Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, that's honey. Bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually, the teams are... Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. That smile, she's gonna fucking kill us if he's guilty.
Okay, why are you smiling when you say it?
Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck.
To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is Mask the Mask or not. There's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll just have to trust Desiree.
I have to admit, that it's pretty sweet that she believes in him.
Yeah.
But he's obviously trying to take the guilt for something.
Yeah. October 13th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom, number 6.
Cyclops.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What'd you say? Fine. Let me ask you then. Your Honor, are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment?
Oh no. Is this like Von Conrad 3?
No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear the arguments from both sides.
That is the point of this court case.
Yes.
Trial.
Well, if you're not ready yourself, then you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule of life to live by.
To life by.
To life by. Who are you? I'm Godot, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case.
Oh, listen to this. Why is it so sad? This is like the blues, man.
It's the blues, man.
Ah! He's the one that Detective Atme was talking about.
Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Ha, none. What'd you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? You've said you've never lost before.
Oh no, it's this stupid argument. I've never lost because I've never been in it.
Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Quite an arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as a mere sapling.
So we get a newbie prosecutor.
Yeah. Yes, but a mask? In a court of law? Ha. Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or over our hearts.
Persona?
Yeah.
Disguise is the real deal, alright, Nick.
What?
Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal?
So, we finally meet, Phoenix Trite.
Yes, that's me, Mr. Phoenix Trite. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man?
I've returned from the depths of hell to battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo! It's not Gobo, it's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume.
That's him saying I don't have one.
I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite.
Well, what is it?
Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link?
Sure.
I wonder, how much can you withstand before you and your case break in two?
Me too, Phoenix. Me too.
Well then, let's hear from our first witness.
Mr. Dick Gumshoe! Or Mr.
Yep.
Look at me. Whatever. It's gotta be one of the...
My name is... No one asked for your name, witness.
You can't win.
The important thing is what you know. That's all. Start talking. We're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness. First, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir.
Master Mask Crimes!
Master Mask is a masterous thief that started his crime spree 6 months ago.
Oh, I just wanted to see when he became a detective.
Yeah. So confident that he sends calling cards before he even commits the crime.
Persona 5.
This was his 5th heist. And as usual, he sent a card to Lori Taylor. His pattern is to always go after the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Master Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. Mott. So, the actual identity of Master Mask is... Mr. Godot. You!
Oh my gosh!
What?
This is too good! What? Am I in a barista? A bar?
Well, we're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot! Blacker than the moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. Very well. It's only coffee, after all.
As long as it's not alcohol.
Yes. Which, initially, it was going to be, but then they decided, let's not have the prosecutor to drink alcohol in the courtroom.
What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. I told you, Phoenix. It's because the judge sides with the prosecution. We have to convince him. He's not truly neutral. He's actually swayed toward the prosecutor until we are like, bam!
Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Well, Nick, what are you going to do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn.
Master Mask crimes.
Okay. Master D, crime speed 6 months ago. Confident he sent his calling card. Okay, tell me about the calling cards. Have you seen all these so-called calling cards?
Of course I have. Except, the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred.
That's because Detective Atme stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police.
Was the calling card that Lordy Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature. But we're not releasing the information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real?
Okay, so if you're sure you caught Master Mask, shouldn't you want to bring up this identifying feature?
It's not. He doesn't want to do it in court for public reasons because it's a public trial. But
isn't this the court case against Master Mask?
Yes, but with authority, like yes, this is authentic.
Gumshoe can't say out loud, but I bet he's talking about Master Mask's album.
Emblem.
His fifth heist sent a card. His fifth heist, and your fifth screw up, huh? Oh!
Objection, pal! That ain't fair. Maybe I could say I screwed up 4 times. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times.
Sure.
But this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time.
You of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe.
I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me?
Wow, looks like he's really got it in for him, Detective Atme. Patterns allowed.
Most precious art pieces.
Oh,
yeah.
You're getting insulted, aren't you? Art pieces? Like what, for example?
Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Ammonon. What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop? No, sir. It's a blue diamond. A single rare diamond. Next was the crown of Bangra. You know, the thing that you put the head on. You put on your head.
You put your head on!
Yeah. After that was the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Mijana, sir. Magina.
Okay, so like the first 2 are like jewels. Those aren't art pieces.
I mean, metal craftsmanship is considered art.
When I think art pieces, I think like
sculptures or paintings.
And
right.
Stuff.
But
not like jewelry stuff. Jewelry stuff are usually just treasures.
True.
Now, the portrait of Mijina, that fits the art pieces description to me.
Sure. Detective Atme received the portrait of Mijana and returned it to the museum.
And the target of his 5th and last robbery was a sacred urn, right?
But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections.
Somehow, Mr. Delight doesn't look the type.
Yeah,
he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. Sunny, huh? What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T?
I was thinking the same thing myself. I wish you would listen a bit more closely, pal. First of all, there's a calling card. We're 100% sure this is authentic. Then there's the fact that he seemed to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. And so, since the robbery seemed to fit all those conditions, that's right. It means that Master Mask was behind it.
Nick, it definitely looks like it was Master Mask who stole the urn. But there's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron Delight is Master Mask. But... Also, the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. So even though we know it was Master Mask that did it, maybe for the time being I should try to show it wasn't Master Mask that did it. Okay, I haven't pressed this yet. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning?
Yep, no one knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I'm a Zavari, author of Thieves.
An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say authority.
The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be Butterfingers.
So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh?
You got it, pal. Except maybe that is the thief's mom, that is.
But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police?
You don't mean Detective Zavari, do you? Who's this person, Zavari? He sounds German.
I thought it was Italian. Shit, my languages are so bad.
His name is Luke Atme, sir. I guess I should have made him. I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him.
What the heck? I bet he's not all that famous after all.
Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. Seems that you're not the expert you claim to be. It looks like the thief is playing with me, even now.
It fit his operandi. I mean, that's proof. Oh. If you don't, I'll take the red diamond retreat you received the other day instead. Red diamond. Okay, so I'm trying to prove it was not Master Mass, is that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's something else.
What was? Is it to earn because it has no monetary value? Because it has no monetary value. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe?
Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous.
You say that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right?
That's right, pal.
But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly prices earned doesn't exactly raise to the level of precious art.
What do you mean?
Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I mean, from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price.
Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraiser I spoke to said that they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense.
So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Mass would normally go after.
I underestimated you correctly, Mr. Wright.
I understand.
If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright.
I underestimate you correctly, Mr. Wright.
You
did worse than what I thought. You did as bad as I thought you would do.
You're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Master Mask.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but...
Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was the last robbery of the work of Master Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot?
Oh, this is a good question indeed. Wait, I know this game ties up everything with the Faye family. The fact that this sacred urn, which has no monetary value whatsoever, gets stolen, is it connected to whatever the big plot is at the end? And he just sniffs his coffee and drinks it.
This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got in my mind right now, Mr. Trite.
What?
if you're really a man, you should clean up. You have clean up your own mess.
Sorry, but I don't get what you mean.
If you're saying it wasn't Mask the Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Mask the Mask's methods. A fake. A fake Mask the Mask?
Fake the mask? Fake the mask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. I'm Fake the Mask.
Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordy Taylor that night is actually a fake. Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we are waiting. Let's go over our evidence. What do we have? Let's take a peek. Ding. Available now on iTunes.
Because this thing looks like it's crumbling down, it's spelled wrong, and it just looks like it's barely held together, even though in the last time we saw it, it looked like it was glued together in pretty good condition. Like I guess that glue is just melting off or something.
So proof that this Mask the Mask last night was a fake.
The album is top. Hey, where's his little thingy? The sun ding that connects on his collar. Oops, god damn it. Yeah, that thing's not there.
Hey, what do you know?
Everything else looks sort of the same, but that does not.
Well, there we go. How about that?
Oh, it's not shown here, so never mind. There's no point. It looks like I'm going to have to prove it. I need to prove that the person at Lordy Taylor was in fact Fake the Mask. That's the wrong one. I swear, Phoenix.
No, you're right.
I
You're
swear! The proof is right here.
This looks like a photo taken by the security camera.
But if you look closely, you'll notice something particular about it.
Ha. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us what about this picture is particular.
It was the spill. Okay. It's right here, of course.
You mean Mask the Mask?
I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? Hey, hey, look, Phoenix! It looks like Maya saved your ass on this.
Maya saved your butt.
By buying this photo. You can't say jack shit about anything now. The problem I have with the security camera photo is the broke of the mask's chest.
The breach. Here, bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once.
Your car or your actual horse? A brooch, Your Honor. It's the sort of clamps for holding one's cape on. That I'm pretty sure that Francisca had for her little frilly thingy that I don't know what it's called.
Maybe.
I don't know. I thought that was a brooch.
The frilly thing isn't a brooch.
No, the thing on top. No,
But
it was her ribbon. Never mind.
Yeah.
Her ribbon brooch thing.
Yeah. A clasp, huh? Ah, I see now. But the mask in the security camera photo. Ah, he has no brooch.
That brooch is the same as the album on the mask's calling card and serve as his symbol. Wow, Phoenix!
There we go. Made it public.
But the thief that broke into Lordy Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Master Mask is a fake.
I've been fooled again! Order! It's true. Undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how? How could you have overlooked this?
Did he even have the security photo?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I...
Oh, there's the barista again.
Hey now. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godot, you deserve this blame too! How could you have overlooked such a large brooch?
It's true, it is pretty large, but did any of them have that photo?
Ha! The brooch you're talking about. You mean this? Ah!
That's Master Mass brooch!
Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the scene of the crime. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue.
There's no overview. Buddha statue? You must mean the Ami face statue.
Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence.
This guy is one cool customer.
It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady?
She yelled that out loud.
That friend of yours has left pretty little hickeys on there too.
Don't say that in front of Pearl, please. She may not be here, but still! She may be outside the corner.
Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints.
Huh?
What? What? The defense fingerprints are on the brooch. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Godot, let's see the brooch. I've grown attached to my little metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been some bit of big struggle the night at that crime scene.
Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem.
Yep. Phoenix, we've got a problem. Ha. You mess with Godot, and you get burned. You better get some burn heal.
That was just a really bad burn.
You better have some burn heal.
This is a really
bad
bad burn. Grr, he's been playing me like a violin.
He has. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness.
Okay, before you do that. Okay. Sorry, that's him. Nope, can't see anything. I can't see if his costume's been torn off.
Huh? You're done with me? I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring in the next witness to the courtroom.
Finally, time for the 8th detective to make his appearance, huh? And it's not him. Oh, no, it is him. I really just wanted things to be wrong.
1 second. 1 second is one drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry up. Shh! Silence! Hee. Now I see. It's all becoming clear. Well, what's becoming clear? Zavari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and prosecutor, a coffee maniac at that.
That's not hard to tell.
Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right. Huh, not bad. Not bad at all.
It's not that hard, considering that's like your 5th cup of coffee in 10 minutes.
Also, you were holding a cup of coffee. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil.
What?
Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Look at Me, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens.
Boy, these two make a perfect pair.
I think he's just like, yeah, you've seen past me. I am totally just bewildered by your skill. I'm just like totally like heavy sarcasm.
They either be best friends or they tear each other's heads off. Which, I can see that.
Yeah. I've heard that on the night of the crime, you were all alone on security detail. You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is.
Oh, dang. Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason. I'm sure of it.
Well then, tell us what the special monocle of yours witnessed. Alright guys, in the next episode we will hear about Luke's testimony.
What he witnessed.
Well, we know what he didn't witness, so we could probably use that against him. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.